Good evening and welcome to another live session by Panna Jewellers exclusive PJE. So today's live we are going to do about the gold saving scheme which everyone keeps asking a lot about. It is a 11 months saving plan. So we'll just start in a bit. So today's live is just going to be about the scheme and I'm going to explain how the scheme works, how it will benefit you. So if you like this video, do share it to anyone you think it'll be beneficial to, and anyone who's having a wedding in their family or a function for which they'll have to purchase a lot of jewelry. So please do share this video to them. So shall we start? So, as you all know, we as Indians, we love buying jewelry and we buy a lot of jewelry. You know, the household jewelry that we have in India is more than many countries have. So, the habit of saving in jewelry starts because, currency gets devalued. A lot of other purchases, like what do we buy, like car and say purse or other fashion accessories that we buy, everything get devalued as we buy it. But jewelry is the one of the only things that we buy and and its value keeps increasing year after year, which is why the Indian consumer or an average Indian doesn't mind buying jewelry because they don't see it as an expense, they see it as an investment, and rightly so. Against everything else that you buy, you see the prices of petrol, food, everything keeps going up year on year, which is all expense. But the only thing in which you expense in and save is ornaments. And over years, this like becomes a wealth of a family, which then the family passes on from generation to generation, and which is why most of us we have a habit of saving in SIPs and many other things, like we have a chitti fund and many other things. And also the similar way we have to also save in gold, because any Indian family keeps buying at least one piece of jewelry in a year, or you can buy more or less. So these are a few of our new collections. So whenever people are going for saving, the only thing that matters for the customer for whenever buying a gold jewelry is only one question, which is, so what is the making, what is the wastage? So in this gold scheme which we have, you have zero making, zero wastage on every jewelry. It can be a Nakshi product or it can be a Polki Victorian product. In all of the things, there is zero making and zero wastage on every jewelry item. Let me now explain how the scheme works. You start the scheme and then you pay an installment for 11 months. On the 12th month, you can buy any jewelry for zero making, zero wastage. And then the payment has to be made via UPI or a bank transfer. And every month, the payment has to be made within the first 7 days of the month. And you share a screenshot with our online team. They'll just get back to you with the confirmation. And if you start a scheme with, say, a 50,000 amount, 50,000 has to be paid every month for 11 months. And after 11 months, on the 12th month, you can select the jewelry you want and confirm it and buy it. And I would suggest planning your scheme very well. So in case if you have a goal or anything like that, you should like plan a goal with the scheme. In case you want to buy, example, a belt, so a belt is around 100 grams. So for that you will need to have a scheme of say around 50,000 rupees, in which you can get this Nakshi belt for zero making, zero wastage. Or else otherwise the belt wastage would be from 15 to 18%. It varies on designs. And the scheme's benefits can be reaped if you're buying the most exclusive designs. So for in our store, no matter what ornament you're buying, it can be from 10% wastage to 30% wastage. Everything is zero making, zero wastage in the scheme. There is no exceptions in the scheme. So you can buy anything. And also the other important thing about having a goal is, in case you have a function or a wedding in the family, if you coincide this with the scheme, you can save a lot of money, because when spending is going to happen for sure, like when there's a wedding or a function, if you plan it smartly and well and have the scheme started, you can save. So say example, for a wedding next year, you know that you want to buy say 1 kilogram of jewelry, and if you start a 5 lakh rupee scheme which ends with a 55 lakh in 11 months, you can buy close to 1 kilogram of gold for zero making, zero wastage, which will save you at least 200 grams of wastage. So you can buy another 200 grams of additional jewelry. So when you know you're going to spend for an occasion, budget your spending, because most of us have a budget in our mind ki, okay, on this occasion I want to buy a jewelry worth this, or I want to buy at least 10 tolas, or if there's a half sari function or dhoti function or some sister's anniversary or sister's wedding or anything. So plan your occasions wisely, in which you can save a lot. And by pre-planning, most of our customers, what we have always noticed is they either go for, like, say I want a beautiful kundan haram, and according to that they like choose a scheme, or if they want to buy a belt. So basically having a aspiration is very important to having a scheme and have the maximum benefits of it. And then also the only advantage of our scheme is that many times what happens is most of the stores, they only allow smaller schemes in which they want you to buy only a part of the jewelry in the scheme and a part without the scheme. We actually encourage all of you to get the entire ornament in the scheme. So say example, if you want to buy this one's net weight is around 154 grams. So if you want 154 grams in your scheme, you'll have to start with a scheme of say around 80,000 rupees per month. You can get this item. And like that, if you plan it according to an item you have in your mind with a particular set, then you can go ahead with the scheme and you'll save a lot. Like imagine saving like close to 20% on a purchase of 8 lakhs, which is over 1.5 lakh, 2 lakh rupee you'll be having in saving when the expense is for sure, right? Plan it in a very smart way and go with this scheme. And most of these stores have the scheme, but they don't allow you to take the entire ornament, or if it's a very exclusive ornament they'll just give a part discount, like only 15% off. They won't give you completely zero making, zero wastage. So which is the biggest thing we have, and most of our customers do it for exclusive jewelry like belts, kundan necklace, and everything else. And now let's come to the most important part of today's this thing. Why do you think you should come to us for this scheme? So as I told you, there is two reasons. First of all, there is no upper limit. As we want you to take the entire ornament for the scheme, we have schemes that start from rupees 10,000. It goes to 20,000, 50,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 5 lakh. You can go for the scheme how much scheme you want to go. You can just keep going for it. And the second most important thing is the variety that you see in our thing. We have a very wide variety of kundan, nakshi, beads jewelry, polki jewelry, and all of these can be taken for zero making, zero wastage for the scheme. And the entire variety of our store is available for you. And unlike most stores, we go out of the way to give you an entire jewelry collection in the scheme, which is why the bigger ticket sizes for scheme like 50k, 1 lakh, 5 lakh is what we want you to do for the scheme and plan well for your occasions. And in this scheme, we as a jeweler only benefit by a confirmed sale. So basically, people ask me what is the benefit for a jeweler. In this scheme, the jeweler only benefits because if you're paying a scheme, I know that this is a confirmed sale for me. There is no other benefit for me because I'm giving zero making, zero wastage. The only benefit I have is maybe I'm getting your money in advance, which I can use in my business, and also that I'm just having a confirmed sale of whatever scheme amount you're starting. So the benefits I am reaping is like lesser than the benefits that you as a customer is reaping with June. And we have limited number of with the payments and everything. So if you are interested, please do message us online. If you have any doubts, on our website there is a small tab which says gold scheme. It explains the calculations and everything, which I'll explain to you in a bit. Give me a minute, I'll show how the calculation of the scheme works. But if you have any inquiries, either DM us, message us on Instagram, WhatsApp. You can check our website also, which has the complete details of the scheme. And this scheme is meant for like total advantage of you, which is why there are only very limited schemes that we have available. Let me just show you the calculation how it works. So basically this is the example of a gold scheme calculation for a 50,000 scheme. So if you start a 50,000 scheme, 50,000 rupees will be paid for 11 months, which will equal to 5,50,000 rupees. And from this amount, obviously GST is minus because GST is compulsory. The GST of 16,000 will be minus. Then the amount that comes is 5,33,980. And then if we assume that the 916 rate for the 11 months was 5,600. Oh, so this is an important point I forgot to mention. So your 11 months, whenever you're making an average payment, right? Whenever the day of paying, we'll be taking the rate for that day. So basically, you will also be averaging the gold rate over the 11 months. How you know? Over the last 12 months, the gold rate has increased a lot. So which is why customers also benefit from the gold price fluctuating by putting in the scheme because it averages the monthly rate. So we are assuming that the rate here was 5,600 for the last 11 months. And then how we calculate the gold weight you can take in the scheme is we divide this one 5,33,980 by the average gold rate, which gets you 95.35 grams. So with an scheme of 50,000 today, you can take a 95.35 grams jewelry without wastage. So zero making, zero wastage. Something like a belt or a big battu mala, mango mala, many ornaments can come in this. And also the important thing to know is you don't need to buy one ornament. You can buy more than one ornament in a scheme, but two schemes cannot be used to buy one ornament. You can buy multiple ornaments in a single scheme. And also the average saving for a 50,000 scheme is 1,06,000, which is the wastage and making not paid. This is why zero making, zero wastage flat on all ornaments is better than 1 month free, because 1 month free only gives you 50,000 of benefit. See this calculation. If you have any doubts, take a screenshot of this. You can ask our team with the calculation. We can send you the calculation for 10,000, 20,000, or anything else also. If you do have any doubts, you can comment or take a screenshot and send it to us. So basically, we also have a lot of questions saying ki, why do you want to have a scheme, that gives zero making, zero wastage? I'm like, obviously, we need to give benefit to the customers, and also we have retained customers over the long time, and we also want to, like any big occasion is a difficult purchase for them. The normal questions we have for the scheme is, many jewelers have this scheme which says 1 month free. So basically, as I showed you my calculations, for a 50,000 scheme, if you get 1 month free, you're paying the full wastage, getting a 50,000 rupee benefit. But if you're taking exclusive jewelry like this, which average wastage is more than 18%, the savings you have is more than 50,000 rupees. It is almost 1 lakh. So double the benefit. And basically, if you take the more exclusive jewelry like this, in this the wastage goes close to like 25-24%. Even these items can be bought for zero making, zero wastage. So where your benefit for a 50,000 scheme will be around 1.5 lakh. And you can see even this beautiful carving necklace with carved Ganesha in it. Yeah. So then also let me just get through with some frequently asked questions. The frequently asked questions is, can we buy pure gold at the end of the scheme? You can buy pure gold at the end of the scheme, but it doesn't benefit you because pure gold doesn't have any making or wastage. At least in my store, we don't have any making or wastage on pure gold. So you don't benefit anything except for the average rate. If you buy an ornament, your benefit is the no making, no wastage. But obviously at the end of the scheme, you can purchase pure gold if you are not able to find the ornament you want, or if you just rather have pure gold saved. And also one more thing we have is, can we buy multiple items if we take a big scheme? Obviously you can buy more than one item in the scheme. The only rule is multiple schemes cannot be used to buy one item, so it's better to start one big scheme. And overseas payments, many of the customers we have who live out of India, they ask us, how do we make the scheme payments? So you can pay through UPI or bank transfer. Like from an Indian bank account, you just need to transfer us the account amount monthly, and we'll just have a note of it. And another query we have every time is, how do we select the jewelry? You can start selecting your jewelry in the 11th month, 12th month, or the 13th month. We have a flexibility, and just convey whatever you want to our team. And obviously, while the payments of the scheme, you don't need to visit our store. You can just pay online via bank transfer or UPI. Send the screenshot to our team. That's enough. You don't need to visit our branch always. We'll just update it all on WhatsApp to you.
So there's a query. Is the scheme applicable for all jewelry, including diamond, polki, beads, etc.?
Yeah, so basically scheme is included for all the jewelry, even the Polki jewelry, Kundan jewelry, Nakshi jewelry. Every jewelry the scheme will be included in our store, even 18 karat jewelry. So basically, if you are taking a 18 karat jewelry, we'll be using the 18 karat rate instead of the 916 rate. But the benefits are the same. And if you're buying the 18 karat jewelry, the benefit is more because the 18 karat making charges are 24-28%.
Someone is saying, can you repeat the scheme details again?
So basically, I'll repeat the scheme details again, and also this video will be shared and posted, so you guys can have a look at it again, and you can also share it to anyone you think will benefit from this video, because I feel it's a very informative video. We are like giving a complete detail of the scheme, which was requested by many of my customers, which is why I'm doing this video. So the details of the scheme is a 11-month scheme. You make a monthly installment for 11 months, and on the 12th month you can buy any jewelry which pertains to your scheme for zero making, zero wastage. The payments for the scheme have to be made in first week of every month, and the installments are the same amount. Say if it's 10,000 scheme, every month it's a 10,000 rupee payment for 11 months. 12th month you can take the ornament. Yeah. If there is any other queries, do get message our team. We will get back to you. This was a shorter session and a very concise session just pertaining to the gold scheme. Any other further topics you want us to do? You want us to show our new jewelry? We keep getting new jewelry every 2 weeks, which we keep trying to showcase to you. We like right now we have an amazing Victorian jewelry collection and a belt collection. We are making a lot of new models in Kundan jewelry and many different things. And now we have started shipping to even more pin codes. Like before, we used to ship to 10,000 pin codes. Now it has increased to around 15,000 pin codes. So you can come down like to our store or either shop online. But do let us know how are you liking our live sessions, how are you liking our jewelry, and if we can get better in any other way, do send in your suggestions and everything. We will keep coming back with informative videos like this to you. Until then, we will see you next Thursday live at 6 p.m. Thank you for watching this video. Do share it to anyone who will have an advantage for it.
So there is a query: what is the minimum or maximum amount schemes available?
So the minimum amount of scheme is 10,000 what we are starting with. Maximum, there is no upper limit, which is what I said. This is a special thing about our scheme. There is no upper limit. You can start a scheme of 1 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh, that is on your limit. Yeah. So thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye.